Hey guys, I know this is like last minute and everything, but I redid some of Suzanne's astrology chart. I did a different timestamp, and I was gonna just make a video, and I decided to do it live in case anybody could kind of help me. I had a few questions about the area, so hey Clorinda. Hey Trista. So I wanted to show you guys this, because it's weird when I redid the timestamp. So I did a timestamp for 10:00 p.m. Apparently that's when she was last seen on this corner, whatever it is. And so I redid it, and it's interesting because Saturn and Pisces and Neptune are in a very different spot, which if she's in water would make sense. And it seems to be a place that I keep going to, but I keep questioning it because I'm wondering how busy it is. I only did the lines that go to the areas where he was pinging and that they think that he went, because there's no point to do all the lines if he wasn't even in that area. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting that they were saying that there was a property in, where was this at? Because I kept talking about a property, but none of the lines go to a property. That's the thing. There's could, I mean, the lines aren't everything, but I would think it would go to a property. But where is it? It says in that place. Brad Simpson's family has property in Bandera area. So I think that's interesting because they keep talking about a property. But there's this lake, well, it's a reservoir, and she said reservoir. And I kept hearing Oz in my head. I said, that doesn't make sense because it looks like it could have like people there, like it could be busy. It looks a little bit smaller in my head than real life, but if I'm seeing it, like it seemed like it was more hidden, but at the same time everything, nope, he didn't dump her in the river. Nope. There's no lines that point that way, and I got very clear visions on what I got yesterday. So, hey Juniper, maybe you can help me with this. I don't know. Because, yeah, as you know, I don't know a lot about astrology. The mapping was what I wanted to do to put me in a direct location. So if you see the reading that I did last night, it's more like a lake or reservoir or something like that. I'm not doing questions right now. This is just, I'm going to be doing questions later probably and do readings later. This is just part of, I wanted to show you guys this, and I was going to do it because what I'm trying to find out is how, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Well, it's on I have 29 degree Scorpio on my midheaven, so I was born with it, but I didn't activate it until I went through a really hard time, which is usually what happens to people. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about, because I'm kind of freaking out here because it's a place I kept going back to, but I was like, my mind is like, oh, it doesn't make sense. It's really close to Whataburger too, which I find kind of interesting. I did the 10:00. This is the 10:00 timestamp. Nope. I'm going by the astrology chart. It's been 3 for 3. Of course, I'm not the one that's done it when it's been 3 for 3, but the astrology chart usually is going to point to where someone is most of the time. This is where I'm at right here. I did a whole reading on it last night. She showed me everything. I can see it very clearly on what he did, which was weird for a tarot reading, but I cannot find it because I don't see how to get there. So that's why I'm going by the astrology map. I don't want to do the AC line because it doesn't make sense for this case because he didn't go in that direction. I only mapped the lines where he was known to go to. The AC line and the MC line aren't going to where he was pinging at. Do you know what I mean? So they said that he was pinging in Bandera. That's when he turned off his phone. So I only mapped the lines that went in that direction. Do you know what I mean? I didn't see the point to map the entire map. Although I know the ascendant is important. The ascendant goes way far away from where he pinged at, allegedly, because he was at Whataburger up here and his family is over here. I'll show you guys. Let me make this better. I mean, I can add the AC line later, but this is why I'm interested in this, okay? Because the Neptune line goes right to Oz Lake. So here's... because the AC line goes way down here. There is a conjunction with Chiron and... wait, it's not Chiron. It's... hold on. Yeah, with Chiron and part of Fortune, they're only 1 degree off in Aries. And that goes to like a quarry. And I don't think he could have gotten on there. Although it does match like the dirt I was seeing, I don't think he could have gotten on there. You guys know that everything looks different on a map. I think she's in water. Because what they showed me last night very clearly, him going on this road, he took off onto a dirt road. It's like a quick turn. He drove on the dirt. He parked in this spot that was secluded. In my mind's eye, it didn't look that big. He put the tarp, he had that metal thing, he put her in it, he poured the cement, he let it dry, he backed his truck up into as far as it would go, and then he pushed it off into the water. That's how I saw it. Clear as day, which was weird because usually I need an Autowrite for that. Saturn is in retrograde in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces in this one, of course, because that's what they're in, but it's in the 10th house, which is like public, right? Yes. And I questioned the water because, for one, I was using the wrong picture of her and the wrong person. And I was questioning it because he had said it out loud. So I'm like, who would freaking say it out loud and then do it? Do you know what I mean? I thought it was just more like a threat. But I think he really did, and because he's a contractor, he knew how to use cement and everything, and I know it takes a while, it can crack if you put it in water too soon, but so she kept showing me her floating on top of water, which is always my symbol. Not necessarily that she would be. She could break free from it if he put it in too soon, but it's a symbolism for being in water, like the best way for them to show me. So it goes to this Oz reservoir, which she said reservoir in the reading. It's very close to where Whataburger was. Look, I'll show you guys. This is a place I keep going, but I keep telling myself it's probably too like it's not secluded enough. Do you know what I mean? This like Oz. Because see, look, over here is Whataburger. This is where he was seen. Okay? This is where he was seen. He still had her in the trunk of his car. So I did a timestamp from there, but it wasn't, I don't think it's right. So it's interesting because here's some dirt, right? But the Neptune line goes right here to Lake Oz. It's a reservoir, which she said reservoir. It just doesn't look as sandy as I remember. And I don't know, like, how secluded it is because everything looks so different, you know, in real life versus not real life. If she was cement, she was heavy, so it makes sense once the cement dried that he would have backed up his truck. Do you know what I mean? Backed up his truck and pushed her in. So what I saw does make sense because he's not going to be able to lift her. This is her husband. I think they did work together, though. So I'm kind of interested in this area because this is where Neptune goes. Now, when we go to, like, they were thinking, like, Bourne area, right? But I nothing goes to property there. The next this is the Saturn is 13 degrees, the next one would be 130. So, that goes right here. It's not even water. It's this area right here, which kinda doesn't Eisenhower Park somewhere. But it goes through what I think is his work, which is weird because there's his work. I think that's his work from what I can if that's the right place. This other one, I mean, it goes way out here, but it ends up in a little water thing. But I don't know if that's a property or not. Like, I don't think he went that far, but it ends up in a little tiny like, he would have to know about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. The only place that makes sense is Oz, because that's the only place the lines go. The only other place in that direction it's far away from the Whataburger, is this place, and it's a quarry. And I don't think you could get on. I think it's a quarry. I don't know if it's a quarry or what the hell it is, because it doesn't say. So this is the conjunction, but I don't know if that's a quarry or that's a dump. I don't know what that is. There's a little thing of water there, but I don't think that's right. If there is an airport there, it could be relevant for some reason. I don't know. But the only water that it goes to is that Oz Lake. And it's weird because I kept going back there yesterday. Like, it's something, and I kept hearing it, and I was like, no, that can't be right. It looks like there's too many people there, but there might be more of a, I don't know, everything looks different on a map. But this is the only thing that's close to where they're looking at that's water. Because none of these, the lines don't go anywhere over here or nothing. I mean, he wouldn't have gone that far from Whataburger. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to drive that far. Because Bourne is right here, but there's nothing pointing to a property. Does rule your career, government, and your reputation, so that's interesting. Yeah, but okay, so the Saturn is at 13 degrees, so it'd be 130 miles. I went out there's no way he went 130 miles that direction. Like, he was only gone a couple hours, and you got to let the cement dry. Like, where would he put it? It doesn't make sense. It's like out in the middle of nowhere when I run the line past 13 degrees. So the 13 miles is just that park area. This is the only lake it hits that makes sense that's right by there. And I kept going to there, but I'm like, how? Like, we've seen people get dropped in lakes that there's people at, right? Bernie, whatever. Bernie Bourne, Bernie. Um, it's just interesting to me because she said reservoir. And this is so close to that Whataburger. I kept going back here, but I was like, is that too many? And I said I thought there might be a creek or something that goes to it. And there was a I did get, like, neighborhood, like, there's a neighborhood not, like, around it. He put on boots. I could hear him when he was walking in the dirt, so he knew he was gonna have to have boots instead of flip-flops, right, wherever he was going. I don't know if this is a house right here. That's the thing that's throwing me, is, like, did he know another way on here that he can't be seen? Like, what about this little thing right here? This is a little somewhere he could have backed his truck up to. Like, that he's not seen, but this is the only place that it hits at the 10 o'clock time frame. This, I don't know. I'm still trying to wake up. Yeah, but I don't think it's 1.3 miles anyways, because he was seen at Whataburger with her in the back of his truck. Okay, do you want me to show you the chart? I'll show you the chart because I'm only trying to do the lines where he was seen at. Yeah, but the lines don't go there. So we have to kind of go by where he was pinging at, right? Because he turned off his phone. So it's got to be around this area because he was at Whataburger, he had her in the truck, and then he turned off his phone shortly after this. I had to look because I like to mark it on the map to see if anything makes sense. I'll show you the chart. The lines don't go there. Hold on. I don't know if there's a way to can you see it okay? Juniper? See, these are the only lines that go this way. I didn't even do Uranus because I know it's in the 12th house, but it's not anywhere near where he was. So I'm only trying to map where he was. Do you know what I mean? To try to see if there's any lines that hit where he was known to be. Because I don't see the point if he wasn't over here and he wasn't pinging over here to do that. Oh no, thank you so much for your help because I'm learning this and really I don't know a lot about the astrology part of it. I know like barely anything. I just wanted to learn how to map so I can use it to match up to what I feel and directions I go and stuff like that, just to see if they make sense. Because sometimes like location is really hard. Sometimes the feelings are strong and sometimes they're not. So I don't like location. It's not my favorite thing. I had to put batteries in it today. It was dying. It went off today and it was like, I'm like, how'd you get it to go off? Because it's literally dying. I was going to do the MC line, but it goes too far that way. Because according to, if I'm understanding it right, the Whataburger was the last time he was seen on surveillance, and he still had her in the trunk of his car, allegedly. He still had everything he was using, the tarp and everything. So, and then when he was caught again, after he turned off his phone, and he was caught again, he didn't have her anymore. So it has to be after the Whataburger. It can't be before that. As I'm thinking, I don't know anything about this lake, but the Neptune line goes there. I'm telling you, she's been driving me freaking nuts. I'm probably going to have to use the rods, but they're not, I don't know how accurate they are. So far, they haven't been that accurate on this. Maybe because, I don't know. AC lines in Gemini, so she would be Mercury, meaning one lane roads, neighborhoods his siblings might know. Well, yeah, no, I thought the roads were important, but again, he did get cement. So the only place she would be when you're getting cement, you're either going to put her in water or going to put her on a property where you're building something. You're not going to put her in cement and put her in a random spot off the side of the road. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't have any of the stuff that he had after because I thought she was off the road in the woods too. But when I went, but I was also looking at the wrong person. So, yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened there. So, he's a weirdo. But I also think there was affairs going on. And when you go to the next day, everything's completely opposite. Well, Pisces goes the complete other direction into the 5th house. Because the Whataburger one, I just was like, oh, let me see where the lines go if I go from Whataburger at the time when he was caught on the video, but I don't think that's I don't think it worked the way I thought it was gonna work. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is the timeline. Okay. He didn't put her in a landfill or dump because I mean he put evidence there, but you're not gonna risk being seen on security cameras going and buying cement and stuff and then take her to a landfill. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So, where is the timeline? Here's the timeline. 6 o'clock there was a party. 8:30, they went to HEB she went to HEB with her young child. 8:40, 8:51 surveillance video show Brad Simpson claimed that his wife lost her cell phone while at the store. Suzanne Simpson and her young child arrived at home shortly thereafter. 9:15, Suzanne Simpson called her family friends and went to their house. At 9:16, she also called her mother saying that Brad had just assaulted her, causing her arm, back, and neck, which interesting. My neck has been hurting. The duration of the phone call was 9:16 and 9:24. Then at 9:16, contradicting Brad's initial statement, she said she lost her cell phone at HEB. The affidavit states it's unclear when Suzanne Simpson returns from her friend's home, but a neighbor police told police that between 10 and 11 he heard an argument outside of his bedroom window. So that's what I did it for 10 o'clock, because when you look up when was she last seen, we got 10. Suzanne Simpson's daughter said that according to her Find My application, the last of her mother's phone was at their home at 10:22. So then Monday, I'm just gonna. An hour later, the neighbor saw Brad Simpson start his black GMC truck and leave his house. The neighbor told authorities he saw Simpson return home 1 to 2 hours later. The neighbor did not call the police, but told them the account when he questioned it at a later date. On the 7th at 12:30 a.m., Brad Simpson's truck was seen on surveillance at HEB Almost Drive. The bed of his truck was clear of any cargo except for a large ice chest. Brad Simpson told police he saw his wife at 6:30 a.m. He was leaving to drop off his young child at school, which is bullshit. So they keep showing on the news right here on this thing that I'm looking at. They keep showing the Whataburger. So that's interesting. At 9:12, Brad went to Whataburger, 9:12 a.m. Whataburger on Bandera Road. Surveillance video showed at the bed of his truck contained 3 white trash bags and a large heavy-duty trash can, an ice chest, and a large bulky item wrapped and secured in a blue tarp. The affidavit showed a firewood rack was placed on top of the blue tarp. 9:50, geolocation data pinned Brad Simpson at a Home Depot in Bourne, where video surveillance showed he purchased 2 bags of cement and a construction bucket with a lid, or Bernie, whatever it was. Sorry, a construction bucket with a lid, a box of 32 count heavy trash bags, 1 bottle of Clorox disinfectant spray, insect repellent. I'm wondering if he cut her up. I hate to say that. I wasn't shown that, but I pulled the card and questioned it. He asked the man for the nearest dump to Bourne. After leaving the store around 10:30, Brad Simpson initially placed his phone on lockdown, and he spoke with the man in the parking lot. And then he was seen leaving the waste site in Bourne. He headed to a gas station in Bourne, bought 2-gallon jugs of water. And then after he left the gas station, he headed westbound from Bourne to Kendall County and Bandera County. The affidavit states he intentionally entered an on-off cycle on his cell phone device when traveling toward Medina. So maybe we need to see, because Medina was another place I was drawn to. So maybe we do need to go. Where is Medina? That was another place I was drawn to. So, yeah, no, the money, yep, everything that you're saying I got. I know, I hate to say that. I was wondering about Medina Lake too, but I was told there was no water in it. But let me see if I can do like the icy. Let me see. Where is Medina? Hold on, let me see. Dina. Wait, nope. It took me freaking somewhere weird. Nope. Where is my... Take me back. Take me back. Put me in Mexico. Medina, Texas. Okay. Yep. See, I was drawn down there. Okay. So, I didn't go through the whole... That's the first time I went through the whole thing. I was trying to find it on my own. Now I know why I kept going back over to that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know yet. Let's see. Because I went that direction too. I was told there was like not really any water in there. But let me look. Let me see. Let me see if I can try to add it. Yeah, I did get kind of that. Okay, let me see. Let me see where the Uranus line goes, where her IC line goes, and where her Jupiter line goes, and maybe her Mars line. I think it's going to be Jupiter ascendant or Uranus. But let me see. Because Uranus is the 12th house. So hidden things, right? But it looks like it might be the... Let's see. Nope, it's not going to be Uranus. It might... To Medina, it's going to be... See, I'm having a hard time following the energy because he drove around so much. Do you know what I mean? I did get a school card, but I thought it had something to do with, yeah, I did her moon in the other one. So her moon though is... Where is her moon? Her moon is all the way on the other side. That doesn't make sense. And it's only 1 degree. It's all the way on the other side, nowhere near where he was seen at. So I want to stay on this side of the thing. I know that you're supposed to do the co-ruler, but it doesn't make sense to where... It's either going to be the AC ascendant or Jupiter or Cancer or Taurus. Let's see. Wish... Now I know why I kept going to Medina. I went there last night and I stayed there for a little bit, but I had no idea that he went there. Because I get pulled to different areas where they're at, right? Okay. Let me see. Just hang tight with me just a second. Well, I can put... Let's see. Let me put up here so it's not so... Yeah, she was. I think she was in the house. I kept feeling her energy around the whole time. Okay, hold on. Let me try. You guys can watch me do this. And remember, I'm new at this, so it is what it is. All right. Share screen of Google Earth. Okay. So we're going to do the... I'm going to do Uranus, ascendant and Jupiter and see where we end up. And then Mars, maybe. I'm going to see... I want to do on this side of the chart because it seems like that's where he was at. Was on that side. Right? So. I need to... Okay, so we're going to do... We'll do Uranus first. I want to do scribble maps, Juniper, but I cannot figure out how to do it. I totally lost my free trial because I couldn't figure it out. So this is 26 miles. You know, if it so these two lines would go to Medina Lake, but the degrees won't. It'll go through it. It won't be on the right degrees. I'm looking for I'm trying to find what I was seeing in my stupid vision, but it's interesting because the airport's there. What did I say it was? 26 degrees. Okay. Ignore the barking dogs. It's okay. No, you're right. The swamp. I kept seeing like greenish, like it's almost like I keep getting like a smaller body of water, not a huge body of water, and it's like got like greenish, like you can't see through it. So that makes sense. Well, you have to go by one of the um. Well, I was getting airport, but so let's see. I'm all trying to fix it on this one. I have to see where this is better. This is kind of a weird and I heard there's not really any water in Medina River. 26 or 28. Jesus. Sorry, I muted it because my dogs. My bad. And then I forgot. I'm not completely awake, okay? I know, I got you guys now. Okay. My dogs are barking out loud outside, sorry. So what I was saying is the ascendant line, the 7 miles doesn't really take us anywhere. 70 miles, I think, is too far. These two conjunctions, they would go through that Medina Lake, but it wouldn't be the right degrees. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Yeah, but it would have to be on a property he knows, right? Like, he can't just get onto a random person's property. Hold on. I need to put to sleep. I need to go turn on my lights in a minute. It got darker, and I gotta go pee. Too much coffee all of a sudden. We need to. Okay, so I'm gonna pin this. I mean, we're gonna. Where was that? He was in Medina for 13 minutes before heading eastbound. Is this the right plot? This isn't Medina. This is Medina, but this seems like Bernie would be. I don't think this is the right Medina. Is there more than one? Okay, we know we went. Okay, so we went to the car wash. There's validation. Had to get all the cement shit out of his truck. See, trash bag's no longer in the truck, but he still had the blue tarp at 11:15. So, like I said, he didn't put her in the dump, but he put evidence in the dump, obviously. So, where is the Home Depot? Home Depot in Bernie. Let's see if we can find it. So we can mark it. I don't know if 11 o'clock would be different. B-O. Now I'm spelling it Bernie. How do you like that one? Okay. Oh, Home Depot's right by Whataburger. Interesting, because I got the swim car. The swim lessons are right there. Interesting. In the same parking lot. How odd. What's weird is I do always go down from here. I was trying to follow that the other night, or on my last video. I was trying to follow this road down, which would lead to that Medina. Right? Is that the only Medina that there is? Because why would he go back up? Medina, Texas. I mean, Medina Lake would make sense. I get that, but none of my lines are going there. And when I saw it in my head, it didn't look big. Hold on, though. Let's look at it. Oh, the ball's going off. I mean, look at all the sand. Yeah, there is a fresh water thing there. None of my lines go here, though, but it could be a different time stamp, right? Maybe 11. So look, there's a chapel. Is this right? Make the excuse me. Make the ball go off if it's right. I got sound. Yeah, go out and come back in. with his planet showing point. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. With his planet showing the first house, it means he attacked her at the safe place, which was directly in front of her face. Yes, that makes sense. That's what I got in my reading. She was very strong last night, and I actually channeled off the cards more than I ever have before, so I'm hoping this is like something new for me. I know, but it's not. I saw it as like, let me go pee real quick, and then I'll explain to you what I saw again, because I can see it over. Sorry, I had to pee. I know. So, okay, so what I saw, which I can only be seeing part of it, right? But the sand makes sense. So she did say reservoir. She did say reservoir. But, and this is one place I keep going back to, but my lines don't go there, so I question it. Unless maybe we could try 11 o'clock timestamp. Wait, I have another map. I have another one. I have another map. Hold on. That I already did, and I want to think. This one? What timestamp is this? I don't know what timestamp I used on this one. It doesn't take us there. It doesn't take us to Lake Medina. This is why I get confused, because I know that the lines are usually right, but so what I saw was, and I could see it very clearly, and it's the first time they've ever showed me when I've been doing cards. Talked a lot with the cards. I saw a lot with the cards. Is like I'm driving and then a regular road, and then I hit off onto a dirt road like really quick, and I kind of turn around. It's kind of windy a little bit, but it's all dirt, and it's like this one spot. It didn't look big in my mind's eye. Wait, I never thought Mercury was in the fourth. It's in the fifth. Mercury in the fourth can sometimes be moving or travel home. Any water source exposed to open air and air elements. Let me look at what a 11 o'clock chart would be. I don't think it's going to change that much, right? Because I don't know exactly when it happens, so I'm trying different ones to see if it hits anywhere. The chart looks different. In an hour. I mean, the degrees are all the same though, so I don't know if it would make that much of a difference here. She has been. The first night that I think she was trying to tell me you're looking at the wrong picture. Because I was looking at the wrong picture and I had Susan, not Suzanne. Because I don't like to know a lot about cases when I go into them, right? So she's been very strong with the balls. Like the whole time I did the reading last night, the balls went off. None of the freaking lines go to this stupid lake at any time frame. Because look, here's the 11 o'clock. Okay, let me show you the 11 o'clock one. It doesn't feel like I said, it feels very private and secluded, right? So how private and secluded is that lake? It looks small in my mind's eye though. Like it didn't look like, it's like she showed me like a little pond. It wasn't huge. It didn't feel deep. It was very green. But the cards were laying out fishing, beach, everything that would be at a lake. But I didn't pull the lake card. But it's not a river. Because I didn't see any flowing water. It was round, like kind of like still water. Hold on. Can you guys see that? Okay, so this, oops. So this is the difference in the 1 hour. None of my lines are going to go there. But look, Jupiter's on the ascendant almost. Like 1 degree off. But could he get to a quarry? Because I do have lines going to a quarry. Look, I'll show you in just a second. It just doesn't make sense because I don't know how he would get on one. Like he pushed her. Yeah, like he backed his truck up into the water somehow and pushed her off. Look, the ball's going off. See what I mean? She's strong. I saw that very clearly. But how would they get on a quarry pond? That's what's throwing me. Like, isn't that like a private property? I didn't pull the private property card, but wouldn't they have like? I did pull electricity things. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were barking too much. See, this is the 11 o'clock. Juniper. See how the Jupiter is on the her ascendant? Would this be a better one? I mean, it's about the same. It's not going to be much off. It's not going to be much different. I still don't think the ascendant's going to go to that lake. And Uranus is the same spot. So is the Pisces and Neptune. Yeah, I did get piles of sand. So you're validating everything I got in the reading. I can see it with my stupid like in my head, but I can't find it. I don't know how to get there. Like that's what I hate. It's always a description, it's always very clear, but when I get on the map, I go in all different, especially if he drove in a lot of different places. I've been following him everywhere. Any place that's curling gravel or abandoned site. Okay, so let me ask you about this one then. This place, because I don't know anything about this place. Let's see. This is why I needed you guys, because I'm like all over the place on this one, and I really want to find her. She's, look at the balls going off. This one's, I don't know why she plays with the ball that's dying. I got to get some new ones. It looked like it was like, you know how sometimes like ponds and stuff, like they just have a place you can back up because it's not like really high off the ground. I mean, he has a higher truck. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes people just back their truck into the water. I didn't see a boat ramp. But I did pull boat. I did pull the boat card. So that would kind of take away from like a pond or a quarry. But sometimes in those little ponds, like, or little lakes, it could be like a mini lake. I know I keep going back to Oz, but it doesn't make sense if he was in Medina, but he's only there for 13 minutes. I don't see that he could have dumped her in 13 minutes. Yeah, so let me show you. This is 11 o'clock time frame. So they don't know when she went missing, if it was 10 or 11. It was between 10 and 11. So I did the 10 o'clock was the one that I showed you, and this one is the 11 o'clock. So this is at her Jupiter is at 22, or her Jupiter's at 21 degrees, and her ascendant's at 22. So it's literally a degree off from the ascendant. Yeah, I don't think it's river though. I really don't, because she showed me around. She showed me around. So it's 1 degree off. What does that mean? Ascendant and Jupiter being 1 degree off like that. I would imagine it's some sort of luck. But again, I don't know much about the astrology of it. I just try to do the mapping because I'm like, okay, where is this going to take me? Is this where I pull to? And I'm still freaking lost. I'm probably going to go put my deaf dog likes to be a jerk sometimes. I might have to go put a collar on him to get him to stop being a jerk. I don't know, Juniper, what do you think about that? It's 21. He's in jail. Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Suzanne Morphew, and it's weird because they have the same first name, and he looks similar to Barry. It's weird. 22 degrees, yes. So closer to 11 o'clock. Yeah, I know 22 degrees is kill or be killed. Jupiter is right there. So should I mean, it's basically the same though. There's not much difference. The only thing that moved was Jupiter and the ascendant, which goes down. So hold on, let me see. I mean, the ascendant. I feel nauseous all of a sudden. I mean, the ascendant would go down. Hold on, let me see. The other ones look the same except for the ascendant looks different. So I'm gonna redo the ascendant one. I'm gonna redo this one. And I'm gonna do it from the clock chart. I just want to see where it goes. It says 7 degrees. Oh wait, no. The ascendant is at 20. We just said it was at 22. So that would make more sense because I was getting a reference to 20 minutes. Hold on, let's see where this goes. See if it hits anything significant. It really felt like sandy dirt, like that like white kind of dirt. God, I wish I was better at location. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Okay. Okay, so we're going to this way a little bit, and it's going to 22. What are you doing? And this is air miles, so it's probably not exact, but huh. Wait a second. But why would he go down here and then go back up that way? I'm wondering about 22. Ah, wait a second. We might have something. There's a freaking church right there too. Hold on, I gotta get the exact 22 miles. Oops, almost had it. There we go. I've looked here because of the Black Ridge. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I might have something. Can we get on to? Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'll show you guys in a minute. My neck hurts. Hold on. Weird. The ascendant line goes through the jail. uh, okay. So, I think we might have something. ASC 22 degrees Gemini. I think this is still Bernie County or whatever the fuck the name of it is. Oh no, it's yellow. I didn't change the color. Oh well. I don't care. I'm just wanting to screw around with stuff and see. Okay, check this out. Doesn't look as. Oh, remember I was talking about the shooting range in the first video? I said he could be. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I get excited. You're gonna have to tell me. No, because I saw him put it all together in the cement. I don't think he made different cement blocks. I think what he did is he used what he had, the barbecue thing for like a weight and whatever else he had, and he put it all in cement and he dropped it in the water. Like that's the way it came across. Hold on. It's different locations because he traveled. That's why. Okay, check this out. This is another place I keep going to, and it's because of the shooting range. I went back here. So check this out, guys. This is more like what I was seeing. Look at this. But I don't see the dirt, but look. Yeah, we should do more collaborations. I could use all the help I could get with the astrology. My friend sometimes has time to sometimes look at these. Look at these. Look at these things. Look at where the descendant line, I mean, look. Look at all these little ponds. And look at this. Right, there's a school, which I was getting a school and I thought maybe it was related to the daughter, but look at this. Black Hawk shooting range. I was talking about the shooting range. I've been here before. There's a church. There's a park. Look at all the little ponds. Look at, and they're all dirty. You guys seen this? That's where her ascendant goes. This is Medina. I don't know what this place is and how he could get to it, but this makes more sense. These little things right here make more sense. I just don't know which one. Yeah, because I heard a shot and I thought, well, maybe it's a shooting range, right? He would know a shooting range because he had weapons. I know, and I keep seeing like greenish water. That's what I'm saying. So, this is interesting because this is where her ascendant line goes, which is our victim. And it's at the 22-degree mark. So I'm thinking this is probably more, I don't know if it's like mountainous or not because I got the mountain card, but I mean, there's churches here. She kept saying she was by a church. Let's zoom in here. Look at this. Look, what about here? I mean, look where her ascendant line kind of goes. Look at, there is dirt roads. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. Oh my god, I just got a headache. Make the balls go off, Suzanne. Make the balls go off. Is this the right area? I just got hit in the head. I've been here before. I've looked here before. I was looking at the damn shooting range. This must be it. This must be it. This is the only place that makes sense with her ascendant line going there. I just don't know exactly which one. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this dirt. Dirt, equipment. Look. Yep. I think this could be at the area. I just don't know what pond it would be. I mean, I felt it was more dirt, but like a lot of dirt around it, but I could have been seeing this right here. What do you guys think? Yeah, but he was he stayed in Medina County for 13 minutes or something like that. Hill country. It is hill country. Okay. Mercury and Libra are both hills and some mountains. See, I don't know what all these. I don't know how you memorized all what everything rules. I think you need to teach me some extra stuff. This is the only place that makes sense now that I'm seeing it. I just don't know how I mean, there's lots of little ponds here. He could have went in any of these ponds, right? My head hurts. I feel sick. This is the only place I felt anything. Why didn't I look here before when I was looking at the shooting range? Look, there's a school right there. School, churches. Sagittarius rules churches too, doesn't it? Hold on, let me see. I mean, it would be more of. Yep. Can you get onto those ponds or what? I mean, I could probably even go down even more, a little bit even more. I could probably even go a little bit more this way, honestly. Looking at the thing, looking at the chart, it might hit one of these ones right here. Does anybody know if you can like get to those ponds? This is the only place I felt anything. Well, I don't see any gates. I don't see any gates. I should put on the EVP thing. Sometimes they give me words, but I'm not wanting to stand here forever because I got to do a live tonight. I mean, I'm not seeing anything gated though. This would fit what I was seeing. All this dirt around here would fit what I was seeing. See this dirt? This is what I was seeing right here. This is how it looked to me. And the Medina River, even though it's not like, doesn't look like it's very full, right? It still would flow into there. I don't see a gate. Oh, there's a gate on that one. Oh, there's a railroad track too. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a way around it though. Like, see how like you just kind of like turn off and onto the dirt? Like, I think there's places around here that aren't gated. So I hate maps. Can't freaking tell. I don't know, man. That's what I was seeing. Schools, churches, colleges, places that have sports involved. He does hold a weapon. Also, usually is your husband, teacher, a coach, boss, military, or police officer, or justice system killer. Interesting. I don't know how you memorize all this because, yeah. Well, that's the only place I can see that makes sense. Other than it felt like I was more in a hilly area, like in the mountain areas, but I just know it was so like it seemed so clear in my vision, but I don't know. That's the only place that her ascendant goes that makes sense. I wonder if there's other ways on here. Like, and I have a headache all of a sudden. Like, I feel kind of fucked up all of a sudden. I hate to say that, but I do. And I was getting equipment and dirt in the first reading. This doesn't look gate. There's no gate there. There's no gate there. Look at. I mean, he could just pull into right here and push her off. I hate to say that, but I don't know. That's the only place that makes sense. It's the only line that goes there, and Jupiter goes right with it. So that would be our point of luck, correct? Charisma green and yellow, and Libra is more pastel colors like Grace Pills. Oh, I don't know. I just got cold all of a sudden. I don't know. Make the lights go off, Suzanne. Is this right? She's gonna drive. I'm gonna be driven crazy. I hate these cases where I get driven crazy and I end up all over the damn map for hours at a time. But I want to try to stay with the astrology chart because it's usually right. I'm just thinking you would have. No one's going to look in any of these things. It matches the water I was seeing. It matches the dirt I was seeing. It's right off the road. It just doesn't feel. I feel like I was in a more mountainous area, but I don't know. I mean, the church is there. The school is there. I got both. I got a neighborhood card. I thought the school could be, but it could be multiple meanings, right? Because he did go pick up his daughter at school, but it could also be by a school because I was pulling it with the location cards. So, I mean, I feel nauseous because I'm hungry, but also I feel kind of dizzy here. So, I don't know. I don't. And the thing is like I have a hard time like calling police or anything like that because I don't want to lead anybody on a wild goose chase, you know, if I don't know for sure. Yeah, no, I feel like she showed me a knife too. And what was weird is I got knife and shot. And I'm like, that's weird because you'd have to watch the reading. It was a lot, but I did feel like she was fighting him off and was running. Yes, so that's correct. But my neck has been hurting, like when I work on this. But it could be just because I'm sitting here. But I felt like this, or like the elbow, like that. I don't know. There was a lot. It was a lot. There was a lot that she showed me in that reading with the cards versus any other reading I've ever done with the cards. Usually I'm not able to see like that when I use the cards. You have to sit down and get into a deep channel. So I'm hoping that my gifts are changing and evolving then that way. Because I saw so much and got so much during it. But she is also very strong because she always plays with the balls. She was playing with the balls the entire time I was doing the reading. Or touching them. Like as almost to validate, right? So I know what I was seeing was right. I don't know. Now I like don't feel good here. But it could be for various reasons that I don't feel good somewhere, right? I don't know. Freaking tired. I'm tired. Shooting Star Museum. See, I pulled one more card and it was the sky. And I didn't take it because I was like, okay. So I find that it's hard to know when to stop. I should have kept it. But that's interesting. I mean, there's a little pond here too. But her ascendant line doesn't go that way. That's water. Look, historic park for sports. That's a water supply, water supply, right? But water supply, if you guys are saying the irrigation system could be it. Oh, look, there's a pool. I did get pool. But I thought, well, interesting. The water supply here. I mean, you would think that they wouldn't allow trucks and shit on here. Who knows? There's an irrigation canal. Her line doesn't go here, though. I mean, unless I'm way off on the lines. Hendrick Arnold Nature Park. I'm going to Google that. Hendrick. Everybody's so quiet. You make me feel like I'm driving myself crazy. Hendrick Arnold. Oh my god. Rachel's Trail. Were you guys here the night I got Rachel randomly? It's kind of weird. Hmm. I mean, it seems like it's part of this park, you guys. That could also be why I'm getting like properties in neighborhood. I mean, when you look it up, hold on, let's look at the. Yeah, she does have a sibling. Yeah, no, I know. No, I see the chat now. I couldn't before, it wasn't moving for some reason. Like, where'd everybody go? Why y'all leaving me? What area? The sports. I don't think he could get on to, but there is water supply by there. I got water supply. Like, everything I got is here. I don't feel good all of a sudden. I kind of feel like I want to throw up. I mean, I got hungry all of a sudden, but it's beyond that. I feel like I want to puke. I'm gonna show you guys. Yes, I am hitting myself. uh, uh. This is the park. It does have, I mean, I don't know how deep the, I mean, it looks like the river is like kind of, but look, it shows like, does this not seem like it's part of that park or something? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I swear this Medina. Let me see something. Let's see. Seems so familiar to me. Medina. Hmm. Sure, I got it somewhere, but I know it's not. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at this timeline again, because just because he went down there for 13 minutes, I feel like he would take longer than that. I mean, I don't. The timeline's so confusing. I'm like lost. See, leave his house. The neighbor told authorities he saw Brad Simpson return. Oh, October 7th. We need to look at the 7th. Seen on surveillance at HEB Almost Drive. Okay, he was clear of cargo at that time. Then 7:53 he dropped off, and then that's when he had stuff in his truck. Then at 9:12 he went to Whataburger. Then at 9:15 or 9:50, geolocation data pinned Brad Simpson at a Home Depot in Bourne or Bernie, where he, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Bourne, where video surveillance showed he purchased 2 bags of cement, a construction bucket with lid, a box of 32 trash bags, 1 bottle of Clorox disinfectant spray, and insect repellent. Insect repellent, he's gonna need insect repellent if he's going into like wooded area, right? According to the affidavit, while in the parking lot of Home Depot, he asked a man for direction to the nearest dump, which he just dumped the trash in there. The affidavit states, after leaving the store around 10 a.m., Brad Simpson initially placed his phone on lockdown after he spoke to the man in the parking lot. At some point, Brad Simpson's truck was seen leaving the waste site at 11:15. So from 10 to 11:15, he had to do a gas station in Bernie and bought 2-gallon jugs of water. After he left the gas station, headed westbound from Bernie in Kendall to Bandera County, the FCC essentially entered on an on-off cycle cellular device while traveling toward Medina. Brad Simpson stayed in Medina for 13 minutes before heading eastbound back to Kendall County. He dropped her off somewhere between It does, but I just need to know if he. Oh, look, the ball's going off. That's the right area. Hey, Ashley. I don't know. I hate that I can see it, but finding it's so different. Yeah, it was lighting up. And she does that. It's a long way to drive, though. Like, I'm so lost where he went to because it's like then he went east back up to Bernie County. I don't know. Where's the. Is there an airport around here? Because I did get airport. I did get. I wondered about the shooting range because I thought maybe he would. There's 35. I got 35 before I ever picked up this case. What is this? Oh my god, what is this? I just don't know which one she would be in, but there's more water things over here. Yeah, but it's not gonna. She's in water though, I think. She would probably be in areas not visited often, her planet being in. Her planet being in Succeedent House. Christy teaches us that the missing person to be some ways off, not too far away, and would focus towards right. I know, that's what I'm saying, because where I'm getting, like, where I can see, right, is very, very secluded. But I can't freaking find it because the map looks nothing like it does in real life. And there's so many places it could be, but none of the lines seem to hit any place like that. Like, all of these little water ponds make sense. I can't find a little water pond in the mountain on any of the lines that I'm getting. Because that's kind of how it felt like. Like, literally, I'm driving on this road, like the freeway, and then all of a sudden I turn, or like a regular road, all of a sudden I turn off really quick onto a dirt road. And it kind of winds around and it takes me to this spot where there's a little pond. Like, it doesn't look like a huge lake, but it threw me because I pulled the boat cart, but it can be symbolic for, water. But I pulled the boat cart and I pulled the beach and everything. But it could be a small lake, or I don't know, but it seemed like she was showing me it wasn't very big. And it was like he was all to himself when he was doing this. It was like a spot he knew about. I know that there's a property that connects to him and Bernie, but none of the lines go to anything that would be relevant for that. This is the only place that any line goes that is even kind of matching what I got. And the water isn't clear either. It's like you said, like dirty water. Or the only other thing I was thinking, unless it's like you said, like a private property kind of area, because I was trying to find properties that were related to that guy, because they were both in real estate. So I was trying to find a property that was related to that freaking guy that was arrested, right? It doesn't look mountainous on the map. This is like very like there's a lot of dirt. I'm getting like a lot of dirt, like dirt with like little, there's obviously trees and stuff and like little bushes, but like a lot of dirt. Like I could draw it for you guys. That's how clear I see it. I just can't find it. It's driving me fucking insane, dude. I hate when I can see it so clearly and I can't find it because then I'm no help. And so that's why the astrology liner is supposed to help me. I can't find any of the house listings. That's what I'm saying. Mm. The husband, her husband bigger than her, maybe bald or, well, not bald. He's not bald. He has gray hair. Gray hair. Not really handsome, no. Maybe in his back in the day. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I wasn't getting anything about hunting. But I mean, he had a rifle, so I imagine. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Because none of the lines are taking me to anything like I see. And I mean, this would be the closest thing to it, right? With the church and everything, and 35 not being far and all that. But I mean, so the these 20 degrees areas, and so the part of fortune and the Chiron, I mean, even if you add a 0 to it, it's like 200 miles. It's too far. I don't think she's that far. She's either gotta be here or she's gotta be in the freaking Lake Oz. And he turned off the phone just to throw people off. You okay, Ginger? Because one place I keep getting drawn to is this Albert Bensi thing. And I'm not saying that that's where she's at, but I'll get drawn to like places nearby. Do you know what I mean? Like just because he went to Medina and he's cycled off his phone, that could just be to throw everybody off. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's in Medina. But what about Lake Oz? Does Lake Oz? I mean, I don't know how busy Lake Oz is. That's the other thing. That's the only other place that the water it hits the water. And he was right there at Whataburger and um Home Depot. It took 2 hours for the cement to dry. So just because he only spent 13 minutes in Medina, allegedly. So I think there's a gap, if I'm understanding this timeline right. That's fucking confusing as hell. 10 to 11:15. So from 10, he put his phone on a lockdown. Okay? Around 9:50 is when he pinned at the Home Depot, right? That's where he got everything. Then he left the store at 10. Then he was seen leaving a waste site. So from there, he went to the waste site. We got to find the waste site now. Waste. Now you guys see what I do with every day. Now I can't spell it. BOERNE. So are we looking for a dump site? Dumps. It's not coming up on a waste site. Dump site. BOERNE. Texas. It's not giving me a waste site. Does anybody know what that waste site was called? Well, I thought so, but he did the quick drying cement. Because I thought that too. But he did quick drying. I've tried that, Tracy. I've tried that, Ashley. Yeah, but you're not going to buy cement and then just put her completely in the waste. You know what I mean? He put trash in there, yes, but he didn't completely put her in there. He did go to the waste site, but he still had the tarp and all the things that he was going to use with the cement. That's why I'm saying he didn't completely dump her in the waste site. He might have put some of her in there. I don't know. Maybe he just put part of her in the. Why are you going to buy cement and not use it? You're going to be seen at Home Depot. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to not use the cement if you're going to go be seen at Home Depot and be caught on camera. It doesn't make sense. So I looked it up. Hold on. It's not showing on the map. Landfill. He asked for the nearest dump site. There's. Okay. So it's Kendall County. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, because that's the one that I saw on the news. Okay, so there's the waste site. Okay. Hold on, let me see what you're saying. Nope, didn't put her in the ocean. It doesn't match anything that where he was at or where any of the lines go. At the end, we have Scorpio. So water and sadly murder hidden very well with a secret. Scorpio, the gid of the underworld. So basement with water or water ponds, water mills, processes, water plants. That's what I got. It's a pond, and there's something reference to water plant too. I pulled that card. Scorpio rules. I thought Capricorn ruled trash because it does in the book I read. Scorpio is trash in the womb and the tomb. You have Scorpio, which is trashy areas with dark water. See, that's what I keep seeing, but I can't find it. None of the lines go there. That's what I'm saying. He did. According to the reading I did, that's what he did. He put her in cement. Whether it's Oliver or not, I don't know because her Saturn is retrograde. So he could have. So here's the waste plant that I can find. Okay, so he just threw stuff in there. There's no like pond or anything around here. So I gotta go back to Oz and look at that again. I don't know why. Like, here's Bourne Lake. Nothing goes there either, though. Like I said, I think it's like a pond. I think it's a pond we don't know about, but none of the lines are taking me to a freaking pond. There's no water. Water. What's water plant? Water plant. Let's see if we can find a water plant. Water plant. I mean, I don't even have any lines that go there. Unless, hold on, let me look at this again. Saturn is still at 13. I'm gonna have to turn on my heater. I'm cold. I mean, these are water supplies, but they're not like a pond or anything like that. So, I mean, this goes right to this fucking lake, but that, and it is a reservoir. Is a reservoir considered water supply? Well, I mean, you wouldn't think he's too smart, but I can't find her. So, I mean, she said what? She said reservoir. Like he was all around this area. I want. How busy is Lake Oz? It's more fresh water. The moon is more ocean. Body water. Aquarius is a, yeah. I don't think he had a construction site at the time. I don't think he was really working anymore. I haven't found any other businesses related to him or properties or anything. I was looking for properties related to that freaking guy that he got arrested with, honestly. Because, I mean, it goes right to this stupid lake. I don't feel good here either, but I cannot feel good here for many reasons. But, like, he could, like, back up into this. Like, this is not, like, the water isn't clear there either. But when I look up Lake Oz, I can't find out, like, how busy it is. And, I mean, it would match with the I thought I saw water flowing into it, but I couldn't really see it that well. How busy is Lake Oz? How busy is Lake Oz in Texas? And I think that's the wrong lake. I was hoping somebody from the area could help me out. Because, I mean, that would match, like, because I keep going back to this lake. So that's what's kind of bugging me. And she said she said, I get along really well with Eli's uncle that's a Pisces, but not his dad that's a Gemini anymore. I keep going back here because she said reservoir. Well, there's a reservoir here. I mean, he was all around this area. Who's to say he didn't? I think it would take him longer than 13 minutes. Maybe he just went to Medina for some other reason. The reservoir makes sense, especially with Saturn and Pisces. Okay. Because I heard it. I heard reservoir. So I keep going back to this lake. I'll tell you this. I always get driven crazy by these cases. I can't handle it. And I always go back to the same freaking spots. And what's interesting, and even at 11 o'clock, the Neptune's still going to go there. It's still at 28 degrees. It's still the same. So do you think that this Lake Oz place would make sense? I mean, I did get like boat and like sandy and stuff like that, like beach. So that would fit more like this. It just didn't look like it didn't look huge. This looks probably huger in person. I don't know. I just think it makes a lot of sense with the Home Depot being right there with Whataburger. Like he could have. It seems like there's a gap, right? Like if I'm understanding this right, 9:50 at Home Depot, leaving the store at 10. At some point, he was seen leaving the wayside at 11:15. So from 10 o'clock, at 10 he put his phone on lockdown. He was seen leaving the wayside, and 11:15 he headed to the gas station. So between 10 and 11, he's not heard from. So that's an hour. Medina, 13 minutes. I think it would take longer than that. Unless he just had some more stuff to drop off. I hate to say that. So that's an hour. So he could have very well dumped her there and then took off to Medina. Do you know what I mean? Like everything's around here. I don't know how to put can't put asteroids in the I don't know how. It doesn't give me that option. I think you need that one program. See, look. Tell me how to do it and I'll do it, but I don't think for AstroSeek I can do it. Do you have a program that does it? Because I would love to learn asteroids. I'm not there yet and I don't have a program to do it. Because AstroSeek, I can't figure out how to do it. Let me see. I don't think there's a way. There's not. It doesn't let you add asteroids that I can see. So, yeah, I'm not in the asteroids and I don't have the program for it. I just use AstroSeek. And AstroSeek it doesn't do it. Try to see if the name of the lake. I know. I don't have the program for it though, Juniper. Can you do it for me? I don't have the program. AstroSeek doesn't let you add asteroids as far as I know. If it does, I'd love to know how. Because I don't know anything about asteroids, but it doesn't give me I don't see anything. I don't see anywhere to put asteroids at. Would I have to do like horary chart for that? I don't know. So, do you want to do it? I put this the chart is either try 11 o'clock, 11, because the Neptune's in the same place at 11 o'clock on October 6th, 2024. And it's Osco, Texas, or something like that. Alamos Park, sorry. I would be interesting if I don't have a way to do asteroids. I don't have the program for it. One day. It's an expensive program. I don't know. Oh, you do have StreamYard? Because StreamYard, you just go to the present button. I thought so, but yeah, I'm on Facebook Messenger. Just you can go to my link tree and find me on Facebook, or just put in RachelleLapham and the Psychic Sleuth, it'll pop up. I mean, it'll show RachelleLapham and my cover pages here. Oh crap. And then the Psychic Sleuth is my cover page. It'll say the Psychic Sleuth on it. I keep finding myself back here, though. I was finding myself back here last night, too. Yeah, no, there's a smaller body of water here, but look, it's like surrounded by things. I don't know if it would, I see what you're saying, but look, I don't know. I mean, it could be. I'm not sure. Because you have to go by house, so that's why it doesn't make sense to me. There's a little dock right there. Like he could like back it up right here. You know what I mean? I mean, just the Neptune goes straight there. I mean, it's air miles, so and Medina, 13 minutes though. Yeah. But that's why I was pulled there. But maybe I think it'd take longer than 13 minutes. I really do. I think maybe he just drove down there for another stupid reason, maybe to throw everybody off. Because there's a whole hour missing from 10 to 11. He cycled off his phone at 10. According to this. Hold on. He left the store at 10, and then he put his phone on lockdown mode. And then after he spoke with the man in the parking lot. And then at some point, Brad's truck was seen leaving the waste site. So between 10 and probably 10:30, right? Or 10:15, because actually the waste site isn't that far. Then at 11:15, he had to do a gas station, bought 2 1-gallon jugs of water. According to the affidavit, surveillance showed the trash bags were no longer in the bed of the truck, but he still had the blue tarp. Okay, so he still had the blue tarp, firewood rack, and trash can. So that's what he put her in. He had also changed his shoes from sandals to cowboy boots. Okay, so from 11:15. I wonder if I saw him all do it at the lake, but I'm wondering if he did it somewhere else and then drove with it drying. Um, Yeah, his truck is raised. See a picture of it right now. He headed westbound from I keep saying that, Bernie, in Kendall County to Madera County, the affidavit states. He initially intentionally entered an on-off cycle on his cellular device while traveling towards Medina. So he was traveling from a gas station in Bernie. Fuck. So I don't know. Because it seems like he was driving with her still in the truck. So that's why I'm thrown. This freaking thing this is confusing. I keep reading it and I still don't understand it. At 11:15, he still had her in the back of his truck, and then he put on boots. So 11:15, he was preparing, and that's when he went to the that's when he went to the gas station. After he left the gas station, he headed westbound from Bernie and Kendall to Madera County. Then he turned on the on-off cycle device while traveling toward Medina. He was only in Medina for 13 minutes. And then by 1:41, he didn't have anything else in his truck. So he dropped her off between 11:15 and 1. But I don't know what gas station it is. It just says gas station. Yeah, he did go somewhere and secluded. That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep seeing, but I can't find it. None of my lines go to anywhere secluded. And I'm really freaking annoyed. Oh, StreamYard's super easy. It is, so I use the time is October 6th, 2024 at 11:00 p.m. It's between 10 and 11, but the 11 o'clock you said was 22 degrees, so I would suggest that that's when she died, close to that time. And it's us. My neck hurts. Olmos Park, OLMOS Park. Yeah, no, I believe he went somewhere secluded. That's how it came in my vision. That's why. But the lines don't go anywhere else. I'm so fucking confused. That's why I'm thrown. Like, this is what I do for days on end. I've got to do a live tonight, but this is what I freaking do for like days on end. Hours on end, I mean. I just like literally look here forever. I went out 60 miles on this one because it's only the 6 miles doesn't do anything. The 6 degrees, it does hit a little tiny thing, but that's what I'm saying. It's got to be somewhere that he knows. It's got to be somewhere that he knows. It's got to be in this area. I'm kind of drawn to Pipe Creek, but again, we don't have anything that goes anywhere significant here. I hate maps. I freaking hate maps. Just never see what I want to see. So I'm wondering, maybe we can follow how he drove, but it's... See, I keep getting drawn back to this Albert and Bessie thing. I know it's closed, but for some reason... The lines have to be right, though. Like, they usually are, and I can't be that far off. Okay, so, okay, so we need to look for, let's see. It says he headed to a gas station. 1 to 2 gallon jugs of water. That's what he used the water for the cement. I thought he used water from the fucking lake or pond that he put her in. According to the affidavit, surveillance footage showed the trash bags were no longer in the bed of the truck, but he still had the blue tarp, firewood rack, trash can. Also changed his shoes from Santa's cowboy boots. After he left the gas station, westbound from Bernie to Kendall. Bernie and Kendall to Bandera County. So westbound is northeast that way, right? I don't know if my rods would give me right direction. I haven't been able to get them to be right. So westbound is this way, right? Is this westbound right this way, this direction? I suck at I'm guessing it's this way. None of my lines go this way, though. I can't follow this. I can't follow these stupid, I mean, I just wish I could get a word or something. So annoying when I only mostly get description. It fucking drives me crazy. See, the only place is right here. The Chiron and right here, this place. But I feel like he was in the mountains somewhere because, like, you're right, the insect spray. Like, it felt secluded in my vision. Were the I mean, he went from so we want to go from 11:15. Well, what are you under on Facebook? I can find you. Do I type? Are you under Juniper or what? I know, but there's not. I don't see any ponds or anything. I don't know why I'm like drawn to that area at all. I don't know. I'm more like drawn to the name. It's kind of weird. Um, you can just screenshot it and send it to me. Like screenshot the chart and send it. You know how to screenshot like on your phone or whatever, and then just send it through Messenger. But I can find you if you're under Juniper. Tell me what to look. Tell me what to look for. So this spot is the other spot, but it's not hugely secluded. Yeah, it's possible. I swear this case is another case going to be the death of me. That's why I didn't want to start it. I knew it was going to be like this. I just haven't seen them be accurate yet on my cases that I know of. Like, and I've been trying to figure out how to get more accurate results on like the miles and stuff. I don't know. That might be the next thing I try though. Okay, we're looking for where to go from. You can pull up the timeline, but it says so we would have to go from 11:15 he left the gas station, but it doesn't say what gas station. He still had her in the back of the truck. He was westbound from Bernie and Kendall County to Bandera County, which is this direction. Bandera County is Bandera County. Bandra. Bandera County. I think I already. Oh, maybe I didn't save it on this one. Okay, so he went over here to Bandera County. Why is it not letting me save it? Are you fucking joking me right now? Why? I hate when it does that. Now it's changed to like it's not letting me do crap. Where is this place at? US, and I did get 16. So 16 is in Bandera County, but I can't find any place there either. Which it's not letting me save it. It's not letting me oh wait. Maybe it will. See, I was looking for a property that maybe he knew over here. Pipe Creek is always a. I was trying to look at 16. 16. I just don't think it's the river. I could be wrong on that. I just don't. It didn't look like a river. It didn't look like a river to me. Usually in a vision, if it's a river, they'll show me a river. But it did not look like a river at all. I don't have any lines here. Mm. Oh crap. I did that. I hate when I do that. How about this? I don't have a line here though. Rockcliffe Lake. Rockcliffe Reservoir. But I do not have any lines that go there. Oops, I gotta put my shit back. Take me back. There's literally no lines that go there. Unless the astrology just isn't right on this. Tell me where to find you on Facebook so I can find you right now. Okay, Juniper Tarot. Okay, 1 second. My eyes are starting to hurt. Gave me some other shit. Juniper. Gave me Juniper Tarot. Gave me Juniper something else. Juniper Tarot. Jauniper Tarot. It gave me Juniper Magic. People. Oh, there you go. I found you. Are you under Junie? There's two of them. Juniper Tarot and Juniper Tarot Junie. Which one is it? Yeah, no, I feel like he took the side roads too. Yes, I know, but no, I got no lines there. I'm trying to stay with the astrology because it's been proven, right? I hate them. I hate maps. I hate it because I get pulled all over the fucking place. That's why I wanted to learn the astrology so I didn't get pulled all over the place. Like it's like, okay, well she can't be there because we don't have an astrology line there. Can some of these lines be extended? Yes, they can be, but very far. And I don't think he went that far. Juniper, are you the one that has Junie on it, or are you the one that just says Juniper Tarot? Because there's two of them. I'm just gonna do the add friend Juniper Tarot and hope it's you. Because it's an add friend one and the other one's follow. So maybe maybe it's both you. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not sending a message to a random person. And my eyes hurt. And I have to do a live tonight because I got some bills to pay and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to now. I'm tired. Like this is what I do for hours at a time. Like I just wish I could like understand where I'm being pulled to, like it be more clear to me. I have a hard time following the energy. It's just not a strong point. So I thought if I learned the astrology, it would help me to be more focused and where I'm being pulled to. But so far, it's not working. So far, I'm having the same fucking problem I had before. I wish I knew. I wish I knew where the gas station was. Let's see. Gas station can. I mean, there are probably going to be a lot of them. So look, I bet you he went right here to this either Valero or something. You know what's weird? He probably went to one of these Valeros right here. So it's still not out of the realm of possibility that he went to this lake right here. But why are you gonna buy? What I'm confused about, because see, I thought originally before I did the reading on this that maybe he like put her on a property where he was building or something like that, right? But then I did the reading and all of that. And then so I feel like he's in water. But why wouldn't he use the only reason he's going to use the water from a place that he buys it at is if he's set it up somewhere and drove while it dried, which doesn't really match what I got. So okay, I messaged you. You might want to check your other messenger. Yes, still working on it. You know how I am. I get obsessive. This is that Scorpio on my midheaven. Like this is like my I dig in and I can't let it go till I come up with something that I can do something with. But I am gonna have to get off here soon and let the dogs in and figure out if I'm gonna do a live or not. I'm so tired, but I have a reading tomorrow and So I messaged you. You might want to check your other like, I'm trying to stay with the lines, right? Because they're usually accurate. That would put her in the fucking lake. That's the only place that hits anything is the Neptune. She's not making the balls go off like usually. No. These are the only lines I have that are going in the direction of where he was. It doesn't let me change the amount. It said I had to make a certain amount payment. It doesn't let me change it. So I'm annoyed. I mean, that's the only place the line goes to, or those two places that we've talked about. But he must have poured the water in and somewhere and drove. I don't. That's not how I saw it, but I sent you a friend request. Did you get it? I sent you a friend request already. I sent you a message. Go to your other inbox. Go to your other inbox. I sent you a message in there. And I sent you a friend request. No, I know that, but I just don't think he would. Um, I sent you a message. Go to your other inbox in your messenger. Do you know how to do that? Or check your I sent you a friend request, but I don't see any from you. Put in like Oz and see if it hits anywhere, please. You don't have to show me, just tell me. So I can quit going crazy here now. Please. I mean, I think he threatened her a million times he was going to throw her in the lake. Like, I think that was part of his. Oh, I forgot to put ice in this. I used where they said she went missing from. So, where they had her missing from, whatever was on the news was what I used. It wasn't Alamos Park. Whenever you put it into the East Alamos Drive and Shook Avenue is what I used. And it said 10 p.m. So that's what I used. You don't put an address into the chart. You just use the city and state. So when you're mapping, though, you use an address, which is I used what they said. It's not going to change that much. It's right there. Okay, lake is very prominent on her charts for sure. Okay. I'm just wondering if he poured the... He would need to get bottles of water, even if he went to the lake, because what are you going to put the water in? You don't have anything to catch it in, so that makes kind of sense. So he could have still mixed it at the lake with the bottles of water. Put in Oz. Put in Oz. Let me know. I'm getting anxious now. I'm getting anxious. That's the only place Neptune goes. I think he drove around to throw everything off. Because if he was, so say he went to, look at this right here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Say he went to this gas station, right? He could have cycled off his phone right here at this gas station. There's only like Shell, Valero, right? He could have easily cycled off his phone there. Then he could have went to this lake, did what he did, and then just drove around. I think it would take him longer than 13 minutes. Medina's the other lake, but the problem with that is I don't have any lines that go there. Even if, say we extended this, it'd have to go 210 miles and 200 miles. Like it's usually very close to the degree. You know, it works off degrees in geometry. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure my mapping is right. Oh, Oz shows up on the 7th that the open enemy house lake in the house of endings and lake is also in the first house as well. So what does that mean? Could she be in Oz? You have to dumb it down a little bit for me, Juniper. I'm telling you, I keep going back to that lake, dude. So could it be Oz because it's in the 7th? Like he could have just dropped, like he could have poured it in. Yeah, he could have went to that lake right there and done it. And then drove the other way. That's the only place. Because Medina, no lines go there. But the Neptune line literally goes right there to that lake. Almost ends right in it. That's what the one reason I wanted to come on here was to show you guys that Oz, but then I got thrown off track because I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm sure it looks way different in person than it does. I don't know if this is the right lake. I was trying to pull up pictures of it. I don't know if that would be Lake Osmond. Like Oz Reservoir Kindle. It's actually in Kindle. Okay, hold on a second. I did find it. I don't need the price line. Okay, I found it on 3D Earth, but so you're saying that there's an Oz asteroid? Yeah, that's what I was wondering if maybe some of her could be in the dump and some of like he could I was thinking was fucking crazy that you're saying that is I was thinking that maybe he put her head in the cement. The way that I saw it, I didn't it's blurry. I don't see the whole thing. I just get the idea, you know what I mean? Sometimes because spirit wants to save me from seeing some of that. So I had wondered. And I did get knife. Is there anything that suggests like a gun too? Like I got multiple things. I got like he beat her, strangled her. I got knife, and I got because she showed me the knife with blood on it, and then she showed me I mean I heard the gunshot, so I don't know. It was weird, very very all over the place, right? So I think he did mix it at the lake. Then he just got the bottles of water to do so. So what I saw was right. I just didn't see the bottles of water. I thought maybe he used the water from the lake, but that makes sense. Lake shows up in the ending, the house of ending. Yeah, I mean that matches the vision. The first reading, I was like, I was looking at the wrong person, so I totally screwed that up. So I was like, I don't think she's in the water because why would he say he's going to put her there and then put her there? Stupid. But I'm pretty sure he did hit 16 at some point. Like that might be why I got it. So you're saying that Oz shows up in her chart under? Is that the only lake? Does Medina show up at all? She met her enemies with Oz, who's not us in the 7th house. Yeah, it's definitely a spot I would mark off. Okay. I think so too. Because that's the only place that Neptune goes. It doesn't go anywhere else. I think he left. What I think he did is he left that gas station. He went to the lake, he mixed everything, he put her in there, right? And then he drove wherever he drove to like throw everything off. I think the 13th I mean I don't know if it's going to be all of her, but that's where I would. So, do you think I should call that into authorities or let her daughter know? Her daughter spoke to another psychic. She was on a podcast. And I don't know if that psychic gave her anything. I did not read. Hold on, I have the thing right here. I have to pee again. I was trying to pay my track. And I only have like the past due, but I can't figure out how to pay the past due of it. Ugh. It's not letting me do it. So it says right here, Suzanne Simpson's daughter Chandler speaks with celebrity psychic and podcast. The daughter of Suzanne Simpson spoke publicly for the first time since San Antonio mother and real estate agent went missing October 6th. Chandler Simpson sat down for a candid 30-minute long interview on the Connect with Jonathan Mark podcast on November 5th. The episode released podcast platforms on November 11th. So I guess you guys can listen to that if you want to. Mark is a celebrity psychic medium who claims during the interview of Suzanne that is speaking to him and speaks Chandler as a conduit for what he claims Suzanne is telling him. Chandler's father, Brad Simpson, was officially charged with murder 2 days after she spoke with Mark. A judge has since unsealed the arrest warrant for Brad, revealing more details about the circumstances led to his arrest. Last week, Brad's attorney asked for a review of the evidence. There's no signs of Suzanne Simpson being alive since Brad Simpson physically assaulted her. So it doesn't really. It says Mark talks to Chandler about Suzanne as if he is actively communicating with her during the interview. He notes she is a very funny person with fantastic personality. He said Suzanne is thankful that people are trying to get attention on the case, but that investigators are up against a community that is not going to speak, and that community of people are very tight-lipped right now. It's part of the reason why I moved so far and I left. I really don't like the home that I came from, Chandler said in response to Mark's words about the people not aiding in the investigation. And my mom, I love her so much, but I would say she doesn't have the strongest sense of self. Mark claims Suzanne tells him that she thinks her daughter was courageous and wishes she would have followed suit with Chandler. Chandler shared that she had been studying abroad in Paris for 2 years as a student at Parsons Paris as fashion design student. She most recent abroad in New York, and she was grateful. Blah blah blah. She said the flight home. So it doesn't really say like what he said. Oh, interesting. They were able to get a search warrant to go into the house and see the hole in the wall from where my dad had pushed my mom down the stairs. I was talking about that last night, like the hole or the wall or something like that. My head hit the wall. So that's interesting. Landfill or a dump. It is proportion communications. He also said, keep talking about landfill or a dump and they're looking in the wrong places, Chandler said. Waiting on evidence to conduct the next search, law enforcement ended the multi-day landfill search. Chandler asked Mom a few locations, including a pump house that her dad texted his business partner James about, in addition to an old stone well with a wooden cover, a crawl space, and an oil or gas rig in Bandera. See? Mark relays that her mom perpetually gave the thumbs up with the oil rig and keeps showing him a huge pump that's in the ground. So it is talking about a pump house, which I don't even know how the fuck you would find that. Which that would be the water supply that I got. Old stone well, a wooden cover, and a crawl space. I mean, if we go back to my metal building that I saw. So do you think she's in the lake, or do you think what this guy is saying is true? Because this psychic is saying, which I did see a metal building. That was one of the first things I saw. And I said, where's the storage at? On a property. But I can't find the property to see anything about it. And so I have said that multiple times, but this is like, I guess he's talking about a pump house that her dad texted his business partner James about, in addition to an old stone well with a wooden cover and a crawl space, or an oil and gas rig in Bandera. I don't know if there's anything that covers that in the chart. Unless she's in pieces. I don't, because that was kind of what I got as I was looking for a storage unit or storage something, a metal building. I don't know if that's a pump house or not. It could just be how I was seeing it, right? But and I was looking for a property. So it's like I'm getting multiple places. But I can't find that property. It'd be nice if I could. I don't know if anybody could find it. James, I mean, that's where the weapon was or whatever that they. I don't think I can find it, James. Hang on. I wonder if this is right. 28130 Simpson Valley Road. Simpson. Wait, that is it the last name? That's weird. Hold on, let me reread that because oh, Smithson. Oh, Smith. She said Smith in the 28130 Smithson Valley Road. Let me look at that. Can't remember the damn numbers. 28130. 28130 Smith. Oh, I think that's his property. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Hold on. I think we might have a line that goes that direction. I think the Pluto line might go that way. Interesting, because I keep going here too. Huh, that would be the original direction I went. All right, hold on. Oh, wait, I think I already got it sharing for you guys. Look where the property is. Wait, check this out. Hold on. Pluto. Either the I don't think it's the MC line, but so the MC line we could check because that's right next to Saturn, but 29 degrees Pluto this way. Oh my gosh, the caverns are right there. In the first reading, she did say caverns. I wonder if there's just more than one location. You would have thought that they would have checked that pump house though. Like that's what I was asking in the beginning what this metal building was. I don't know if it's really metal, but if that's the right address, that's interesting because we talked about this cavern area. Which he was driving around with the tarp and everything, so that's really confusing. Let's see. We have that 29 degrees. And that's about right, I think. It's too far though. It does go through the house, but it's too far. I mean, it goes through the house, but Pluto. Oh crap. Get out of here. I don't want to print it. No, 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 no. $29. So maybe I wasn't completely wrong going in that direction the first time. And the IC line would be right here by Saturn, so I don't know if that's worth doing. Oh, sorry, not by Yeah, by Saturn. The other side of Saturn. It's 20. Hold on. I missed some stuff here. I thought Medina was almost dry. That's what I'm saying. Lake is next to the killer lake in the 8th house, and the house at the endings, Lake Algol and Uranus on top of each other. She was cut. I thought so. I was wondering if that was just, I was getting that randomly. Oh, yuck. Medina is showing up in the 3rd house, but the 8th house of death, I have Pluto and Lake. So, yeah, it's very grim. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I was just trying to map of the other things, but I didn't. I mapped it in my other maps. I have different timestamps that I've done just to see. So, I mean, it goes right through. Like, this cavern thing is interesting because I asked about that if she was by the cavern, so he could have put her in. I don't know what's in that pump house. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little off on that, but weird. Bat conservation. I don't know. I was getting that on something else on a live. I don't know if you guys remember. For something else. It's funny. I was like, where's the bats fit at? I mean, obviously he had something, right? If he's gonna get cement and all of that. So I imagine one of these is the pump house. I could be a little off on the line. It looks right like that till you zoom it in. So do you think, yeah, do you think, well, it's 29 degrees Capricorn anyways, because it was at the time, because we've been in 29 degrees Capricorn until, like, today. Now everything's gonna, now Pluto's gonna all be in Aquarius. But, so you're saying that Lake Oz is something that we should maybe call in? I don't know if they're gonna listen to me, but I could definitely be getting multiple places because of that. And I had I had pulled the dismemberment card, and I was like, but I didn't see it. But yeah, so I didn't use that card because I was like, I didn't see it. But I should have kept it because I had the feeling we were talking about it right now. You know, um, unfortunately, he may have. They said there's not much water in there. What would be more significant in that chart worth a look? Like Oz, or I mean, that's the only place that Neptune hits besides that guy's property, and I could be a little off on there. I mean, it looks right that way, but it goes through it. Which up the pump house or something like that would make sense because I keep getting a property connected to that guy. And I mentioned it. I keep getting property, and then there was that metal building that I was getting. So I wasn't too far off because I asked about that cavern thing, and she gave me yes with the rods, and the cavern's right there on the back of that. But why are you going to get cement and do all that if you're not putting something somewhere else in cement? Do you know what I mean? So she's got to be somewhere else as well. I know, but I have no lines that go there. That's what I'm saying. There's no lines that go to Medina. I want to try to stick to my lines because they've been right, at least when Carly's done them. But for me, no. It goes 20 and 21 degrees. The next you add is a 0, and that's 200 miles, and that's too far. And yes, it could be on the line, but it should be at least close to the degrees, from my understanding. Yeah, I did get a boat. I did get a boat. But you're saying that Oz is in her 7th house of enemies? She's not making the balls go off tonight. No. I'm gonna have to get. Why is my computer says that it's a different degrees than what it is outside than what my phone says? My phone says it's 54, and my computer says it's 40. Oh, my phone says it's 48, and my computer says it's 42. I'm gonna have to bring the dogs in a minute. I mean, I was getting a shed of some sort in the very beginning. That was the very first thing I saw. I thought it was like a storage shed or something. I don't know what a pump house is, if you can put anything in there or not. But like I said, why are you going to buy cement and do all this if you don't put something in cement? Hate to say it's probably your head, but I'm not sure about Clint, but Oz and Lake are near her house that rules a killer and is sitting next to the killer, and Lake is in death. I mean, he obviously got the cement for something. If we don't call it in and she's in there, then what? I don't have to say I'm a psychic. I just say I could do like an anonymous tip. Do they have an anonymous tip line for her? It's gonna drive me crazy because the Neptune line goes there. I don't tell them I'm a psychic. I just say I don't call. I usually email. I never got a reply back from Quentin, but they didn't stop at the landfill, so. But you're saying Oz and Lake are near the house that rules a killer and sitting next to the killer, and Lake is in death. So there could be evidence or some of her in the pump house, but there could be other things. Obviously, he bought the cement for a fucking reason. And Neptune is the only place that my lines go. They don't go to Medina. Although I keep going that direction, but that could be he drove down there. I mean, her ace, like her ascendant line goes to those other places. I think he may have traveled in the area near Medina, but I look towards Oz. Yeah, me too. I keep going back there. It's a spot. Like I always notice if I keep going back to a spot, like it's for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like it always ends up meaning something if I keep finding my way back there. Last night I heard it in my head and I kind of was like, am I just hearing that because I keep going back there? I don't know. It made sense to me because it's around everything and it's kind of more of like a hidden lake. If it's cold right now, does that like freeze over because I kept getting frozen water? I know, but she's not in the river. She's not in the river. I didn't get flowing water if you go back to the reading. And it looks like we're looking at more dark, murky water that's like ponds and things like that, not a river. It's more like Aquarius energy. Or even, I don't know. Tip email. Let's see. If I don't, then for. Seems like they've stopped looking. I had 100 tips. Oh, he was a tycoon. See, I didn't know that. Huh. I can't donate. I'm broke. I'm looking for a tip line. I mean, what the hell is it gonna hurt, I guess? I won't do it from the Psychic Sleuth email. Yeah. Get out of here. So he was looking for a U-Haul to leave. He was gonna move. He was getting the fuck out. They got him before that. Okay, I need email tip line. I don't think there is one. Tip line for no, if anybody can find me that email, I'm not gonna call, but I'll send an anonymous tip. No, but it will be frozen. It's getting cold. I know it's hot there during Texas, but we're looking into November. It's gonna be frozen. There's snow and stuff out there. It's not there it's not hot there year round, just like it's not hot in Arizona year round. We're already getting freezing on the ground out here in Arizona at nighttime. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to bring the dogs in. That's the only line that goes anywhere. I mean, it doesn't go in the lake, but it goes right to the lake. It's air miles. I mean, it's the only thing that like ends anywhere remotely near water, except for the AC line, which goes to that one place. He was only there for 13 minutes. It's kind of weird. I think that could just be, I don't know. Unless someone wants to give me I can get a hold of her daughter. I don't know if she listened to anybody else. Um, do they not have one? I know what we'll do. We'll look for the police department. What police department is in charge of what police department is it out there? Oh, Alamos Park Police Department. So let's look for an email. Email to all park department. Email. It's getting cold in here. I'm gonna have to get off here. For a bit. How come I can't find an email? Let's see. I don't want to call you guys. I'm like you, Jennifer. I don't call them. I need the email. Yeah, but 40s is like it's gonna make the water cold. I need an email though. I'm not gonna call. Air and water. Yeah. I'm not calling unless you guys want to call. You guys can call if you want to do that, but I'm looking for an email because I'm not calling. Like, nope. I get nervous. I'm like, I can't do it because if I'm wrong, that's why I do it anonymously. I ain't trying to send nobody on no wild goose chase, but see, I'm searching anywhere else. So I just want a freaking email. That's all I want. You guys got an email for me? Contact us. Here we go. This is a City of Alamos Park. Nope, that's not what I want. Alamos Police Department. Contact the how to. I don't want to file a complaint. I just want an email. Just give me a freaking email. Here we go. I'm a little nervous about this. Online request form. I don't want them messaging me and being like, so do I contact the police chief then? If I'm wrong, so I don't want to do it if I'm wrong, but if I don't do it and I'm right, that's how I'm looking at it, right? If I don't look at it and I'm right, then here, it's not letting me do that, so I'm just going to copy this. Let me copy. Yeah, even the vertex 7th degree, this chart has relationships. Yeah, it does. Sorry, I had to come back. I wanted to tell you that the dirt piled up could also be the road construction. Yeah, no, I saw that because I was getting, remember when I was getting in the first reading, even though it seemed kind of off, maybe it wasn't so far off. I was getting like construction and like tractors and stuff. Okay. Because if I don't do it, right? What do you guys say? Because if I don't do it and that's where she is, then we missed an opportunity. If I do it and I'm wrong, then I'm just wrong. That's the only place that the Neptune hits, though. Wait. I need to get out of my Psychic Sleuth one and go into a different one. Oh, wait. Where am I? Uh-oh. Why am I not signed into this one? Oh, that's right. I don't know the password of this one. I might have to go do it for my computer. Fuck. I have to do it for my computer because I don't. It's not showing up on my computer, oddly. And I don't know my freaking stupid password right now, so I have to type it in and hope I get it right. Police chief at. Nope, not under the Psychic Sleuth. We go to a different one. I don't want them to know it's a psychic because they won't listen. Even though the daughter's open to it, maybe we can contact her. OLMOSPARK. I saw that so clearly last night too. Suzanne. What do I say? They said to go back to the house in the cards last night. You get too nervous when they ask me a million questions like, what do you do? What forensic astrology? How does that's why I don't say like what I do. I just say maybe you should check this. That's what I think I'm gonna say. Have you guys looked at like Oz? If not, maybe you should. Because I've tried the psychic thing and they don't listen. Even though I was right about Quentin. I know. Do you guys know how to reach her? She talked to another psychic. Like, I'm not trying to step on any toes. She went on a podcast. So I know she's very open. What was her name again? It was I gotta get off here. Chandler Simpson. Let's see if we can find her on Facebook. It's not coming up. There's a bunch of Chandler Simpsons, but I don't know which one it is. Hold on. Chandler Simpson 20 blamed the Alamo Heights community for ignoring domestic violence. Her mother, realtor with 4 children, has been missing a month. Yeah. How do I reach her? He named her daughter after him. His name is Brad Chandler Simpson. I bet you that sucks. I bet you she hates that. If anybody can find me her information, email it me. Email it to me. Yeah. She's named after her dad. Well, that's basically what I said. I made it very short and sweet. I just said, have you looked in Lake Oz for Suzanne Simpson? If not, maybe you should. Thank you. That's all I said. That's all I said. Please. They're probably gonna be like, who the fuck are you and how do you know this? I don't know. Please check this lake. Okay, bye. Exactly. Because Juniper, you're saying that Oz is like very prevalent in her chart as an asteroid, right? Because once you start saying I'm a psychic, well, they just don't listen. They just ignore you. They don't need to know who I am. If we search, we know they got the email and they searched. If they didn't, then I don't say. It's not going to hurt. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything else. Like they haven't searched in months. They know they have enough evidence. That's why they don't care to search. They have plenty of evidence without her, but They're probably gonna think, like, I don't know what they're gonna think, but yep. I always get nervous because, like I said, I don't wanna lead on wild goose chases, you know, but how else are we gonna know if we don't check? That's how I that's how I look at it. I mean, look at poor Steven. Have they? I haven't seen anything about any searches. So if they have, then good. But I mean, I saw it as smaller, but it's smaller on the map, so I don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's put her somewhere else, so at least some of her, because of the whole cement thing. I need to go back up and read these comments about Oz, because now I'm like wanting to make sure that I didn't just look like an idiot. I think he got pissed off about money, property, custody, or paying bills. Yes, there is a money thing involved. I think she was leaving, and there's also an affair, and there's some other stuff going on too. I don't know. When you get a chance, if you want to watch the reading, mm, Pluto and Lake in the 8th house of death. Okay, and Lake is next to the killer, and Lake is in the 8th house, and the house of endings, Lake, Algol, and Uranus on top of each other. Lake is in the 1st house next to Jupiter, so that's why that's her enemy. Jupiter rules her killer and to her, and Lake is a soft conjunction 21 to 27 degrees. I missed that one. She met with her enemies. She met her enemies with Oz. Everyone who's not us is the 7th house, and yes, definitely a spot I would mark off. You know, Lake is important. Lake shows up at the house of ending. Oz shows up in that 7th house, that open enemy house. Lake is the house of endings, and Lake is also in the 1st house as well. So she's got to be in the lake. Lake is very prominent. It's got to be it. And then Neptune goes there. Pulling up all the lake names, and we'll. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So maybe, you know, I know. No FBI at my doorstep. I know that's what they're gonna be. So I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, but there's so much water in her chart. Like it's more than off the road in the woods. Like, yes, there is woods off the road here, but I didn't see much the first time because I was using the wrong damn picture. So the second reading is more accurate. Oz is sitting in the house of open enemies, Lake in the house of death, and Lake in next to the Uranus Algol in the house of ending. So yes. I'm rereading it just so I can understand. Oz is sitting in the house of open enemies, like in the house of death, and like next to Uranus and Algol in the house of ending. So yes. Okay. I know I would love to use. Do you have a certain program for the asteroids? Like I would love to use that because I think that would really help me in my mapping, even if I don't know astrology that well. Like it would let me see if anything that I'm pulled to, the name is in a specific place I'm looking, right? So do you have to what do you use for your I know, but we're going by the astrology lines. We're not just putting any like what I'm saying is Oz is literally in her chart and her astrology Neptune goes straight there. So we're using the forensic astrology because I mean we could say 500 million lakes, but if her astrology doesn't go there, then it's probably not prevalent when we're going 3 for 3 on the astrology. So it's literally going straight to the lake, and then she's got Lake Oz in the open enemies 7, like in the 7th house. So I mean I just really went and read all that. So I should have said don't come knock on my door if you find somewhere. Yeah. I mean, he got a trash can, so he probably put her in it and then put the cement and everything in the trash can and then did it. I just didn't see the trash can. Like I just know that I saw him mixing cement and pouring it. So, and I think the barbecue thing was like to weigh it down. That makes sense. So yeah. But we want to stay with the astrology, with the readings, with like all these asteroids. Like Oz is prevalent and Lake is prevalent in her chart. So then that's Oz Lake, and he was all around there. So I don't know. What I was going to ask you, Juniper, is what program do you use for the asteroids? Because even though I don't know astrology that great, right? It could still be like, okay, this is in her. I know, but look, let me show you something. So astrology goes by degrees, right? That's what I want to show you. This is her Neptune. Look where it goes. Her Neptune goes right to Oz, and then Oz is in her chart. I just read it all back to you guys. I don't know. Working with police it makes me nervous because, like I said, I don't want to lead on wild goose chases. Do you know what I mean? I'm going back up to reread it again because I know. Hold on, guys. Don't jump on my window. Be right there. Okay, so Lake is very prominent. Oh, let's see. Gonna do this again. Pulling up all the lake names. Lake is very prominent in her charts. Oz shows up in the 7th house of open enemy house. Lake is in the house of endings, and Lake is also in the 1st house as well, which is her. I'd say Lake is very important in her chart. Lake is the house of the ending. Okay, we don't need that part. She met with her enemies with Oz. Everyone who's not in the 7th, she met her enemies with Oz. Everyone who's not us in the 7th house. Yeah, it's definitely a spot I would mark off. Lake is also in the 1st house next to Jupiter, so that would be her enemy. Jupiter, it rules the killer and her, and Lake is a soft conjunction to 21 and 27 degrees. Lake is next to the killer. Lake is in the 8th house, and the house of endings, Lake. Algol and Uranus. Medina is 3rd house. But the 8th house of death, I have Pluto and Lake. I already did the mapping out to Pluto. Did that. I'm not sure about calling it in, but Oz Lake is near the house that rules the killer and sitting next to the killer. So see what we mean? This is why we did it, because of where Oz is coming up on the asteroid in the chart. So see what we mean? We're going by the forensic astrology because it's usually right. It's either there or down the other place, but if Lake is in her chart so much, then it's probably a lake. I mean, in a vision, it didn't look that big, but So I'm probably gonna have to get off here. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do a live tonight. I have to, but I don't know. I'll have to do a reading tomorrow. If not, I might. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to step on any toes, but if she doesn't have a location from the other psychic, then see if it went. And it went through. So we'll let you all know what happens. I'll probably get a message like, how do you know? Pee again, man. I mean, what throws me is like all the houses around here, right? But he could have went to the other side over here. I don't know. Like, I don't know why it would be there. Because there's a literal house right there, but that's what made me like second guess everything. But I guess if he's on the other side of the lake, I don't know, man. I mean, she said reservoir in the reading. You know what? He could have easily also rolled her in, I guess, if you put her in the trash can. All I know is the way I saw it. So, yeah, he could have rolled her in. It just doesn't make sense because there's a house right there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you check your other messenger. But what do you use for your before you leave? What do you use for your asteroids? Do you have a certain program? Hey, Katie. But see, it doesn't make sense because there's a little house there. That's why it didn't make sense to me. But I don't know what to say. Like that's on a. I wondered about this right here, right? But um, I mean, I don't know if there's any water in there or not. And it looks like there's a house or something on it. So weird. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know. I don't know how it makes sense because there's a house there, but okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Jennifer, are you still here? What do you use for asteroids? Before I go. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or not. It's in her chart. Her line goes there. I don't. You know, it's all around that area. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Just message me or email me. You can find me with the link tree. No, he turned off his phone. I got that metal building way before. So it's not necessarily a pump house, but it was just a metal building on a property. but I saw it as a metal building or a storage building on a property. The very first thing I saw when I did her reading. So, but you're not gonna go to Home Depot, be seen on camera, buy cement, put all this stuff in the back of your car to not throw something, in a lake. There's something there, whether it's her head or, I hate to say that, but the other could be evidence in the pump house. He could have moved her from the pump house. Maybe she was there at one time. But the very first thing I saw was a little building we were looking for. Remember, we were looking for the storage? I don't know what a pump house looks in my visions, but they show me like a storage thing. And I kept getting it, so I don't know. I guess Juniper left. I was gonna ask. I was trying to find out what program she used for asteroids, but maybe I can. Maybe I could find it something to use. I don't know. I'll have to ask. Nope, this isn't gonna show me. All right, I guess I better get off here. No, because he didn't go that direction. That direction is the opposite way. Look, this is from what I can find. Unless there is somewhere we don't know about. I haven't seen oil rigs. I mean, I did see dirt and I did see that kind of stuff, but he wasn't in that direction. None of my this was way over here. He was never over there at that point. Before he went from here to there. He went from the gas station. He was not seen or heard from for like an hour, and he was headed this way. So he would have had to pass that lake. He only spent 13 minutes in Medina County. So, I don't think so. She's got lake all in her name, or all in her chart. Lake is all over her chart. I just read it. It's all over her chart. So, it is similar to Morphe. Only Morphe wasn't in water or cemented or anything. She was just in a random spot. So, all right. I'm going to get off here. I got to go take care of the animals and let them in for a minute and whatever. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing live tonight. I have to see how I feel in a few minutes. If I am, it's going to be a little bit later. But I need to. Unless anybody wants to ask questions through email, I can do that too. So, all right. Thank you guys for help. I'm going to get off here because, yeah, I've driven myself enough crazy for one day. And I'll just keep going back to the same area. So, I don't see any oil rigs. Let me look up one. I did that. Let me look up one thing real quick. On this map before I go. Because that could also be the... There's an oil well road. I mean, oil rigs can be symbolic. Polly's Chapel is another place I keep getting drawn to, but no lines go there. It could just be close by. There's no water here. I don't know. I mean, there's Bear Creek, which is interesting. But I don't like there's any water in Bear Creek either. So it's interesting. One of our lines does go through there, but mean, just going by the astrology with Blake so much in there, I don't know. I think Juniper left. I'll just have to keep telling myself, Lake is in her chart like a million times. Like when she put it, it's like in all the right places, and Oz is. So it doesn't make sense because I don't know if somebody lives there or not, but I know. I don't know. I mean, that's what the other person got. I didn't see it, so I can't say. All I know is, like I said, she said Lake is. I read it. Lake is in the 8th house. Lake is in the 7th house. Lake is in the 1st house. It's like all over her chart for the asteroid, and then Oz is in the 7th house. So, I mean, that seems significant to me. He was all around there, so it might look different. It might look different. I always second guess myself, so then I have to sit here and tell myself, well, especially if I hear what other psychics say, that I'm like, oh, but that psychic got that. Like, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? So then I start questioning myself. But I think if she's all different pieces, she could be in all different places. Like, he could have scattered her. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't see that. I pulled the dismemberment card, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it, so I didn't keep it, but I should have now. I didn't want to believe it, I guess. So especially with the kid in the house, I didn't want to believe it, but I guess with the algal there and everything, like she could maybe not have her. You know what? I know, but what lake? Do you know what I mean? And just because she said, like, when I did the first reading, I kept questioning myself. I was like, why would he put her somewhere where he says he's going to put her? I feel like it's a threatening, right? I don't think she's in water, right? It didn't feel that way when I did the first reading. However, I had the wrong name and the wrong picture pulled up. So when I pulled the cards, I kept getting underwater cards and all of that. I did get water supply, which could be a pump house or something like that, which could go along with the storage. But I don't know. Like it could just be part of hers in there or a weapon or something. I don't know. He threw stuff away too. So I mean there could be a bunch of things, a bunch of different places, right? And then I pulled a bunch of different water cards, and then when I was in the middle of pulling the cards, that's what she showed me. She showed me and pull off of a dirt road, which this would match, and go to like this lake and do everything he did and put her in. So, and now we've got the lake all in her chart. I didn't know if it was a lake or a pond because it looked small in my vision, but it felt like secluded. But I don't see any other secluded lakes that the lines go to. This is the Neptune line goes right here, and Oz is in her chart. I mean, I don't know. Trust me, I've looked at other lakes, but no lines go to any other lakes. I don't think he went 200 miles. It does, but not in real pictures. Like I thought it was more like a pond or something, but like murky water, like more like in a mountainous area. That's how it came across, but I don't see anything like that. That's not shown on the map, but definitely not on any of my lines in that direction. I'm only doing that direction because that's where he was pinging at. I don't see the point to do the whole thing if he wasn't even on the other side. Do you know what I mean? And this is like where all the mountainous areas are. So, I mean, type up. Hold on. Let me look one more thing. There is no other there's no other lakes. No. Calaveras Lake was interesting, right? Because her lines originally went through there with the other timestamp, but it just feels like it's too populated. Mueller Lake feels like it's too populated. Like the ones like in the middle of the Canyon Lake. I mean, there's no other lakes that my lines go to. And this is using the 11 o'clock time frame, which would be right. Because of the 22 degrees. So, I don't know. It doesn't even come up under a lake. The Oz doesn't even come up. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He didn't ping over there. It's all on this side. Which I can see why I was going up by the caverns because that's where that property is. I was just going around. So I'm going in the right directions for everything. It's just zoning in on it's a totally different story, unfortunately. But if I want to stick by the astrology, Lake Oz is the only one it goes to. And I keep being drawn to the Albert thing, and that's like close by. So, I mean, I don't know. None of my lines go anywhere else. It's got to be a lake with all the asteroids hitting in her chart. And everything like that. You know, it's got to be. And the Oz hitting in the 7th house, that's the 7th house of enemies. So, he's the enemy. Perpetrator. I don't know. If it wasn't in her chart, I'd be second guessing. I am second guessing anyways, but I just have to remind myself it's there. So, I don't know. We'll see. If they check it, they check it. If they don't, they don't. I can't sit and try. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, I suck at location, so it doesn't make sense till after they're found. It's like, oh, I was there at some point. That's about right. But Elijah, we went back to that location a million times and we kept being told it was checked, it was checked, it was checked. I asked the rods about private property. I got a yes. And they gave directions when I went back over it. Like, I still got to do his validation video because when I went back over it, there was directions there. And the Neptune line hit right there where he was. The killer things get. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean on that question. I mean, just going by the astrology, it looked different, like more remote in my visions, but maybe there's a more remote spot that he knows, like here, like, I don't know. I mean, it is a reservoir. She did say reservoir. It seems like he could have went to the other side too if he wanted to. Like, there looks like there's a couple ways in. I don't know. I gotta quit driving myself crazy for it. So, leave it at that for now. Unless I get anything randomly or something, I'll ask my rods, and I don't really trust them. But I don't trust them on location because they haven't proven. Well, can't say they prove right because the cavern thing, it is by that house. She did say yes to the cavern thing, and it is by the house, so could be relevant. But yeah, I gotta pee again. I let the dogs out. The blue light's on. Oh, Hillier. I'm like, killer. I know. I mean, this one kind of looks like Healy, but like I said, I don't see a lake in any of the hills. Like, I don't know. That's the only place the astrology hits. I don't know what to say. And it's in her chart. Lake and Oz is in her chart as an asteroid, so usually significant. I don't know. So I'm gonna actually ask Juniper about something and Sebastian and see if he has a It's okay. I feel you. All right, I didn't mean for this to be this long anyways, but thanks guys for hanging out with me and helping me try to figure this out. I appreciate you. I really got to go to peas. So I might be on in just a little bit to do readings. I might not. I need to, but you know. So depends on gotta take care of these babies. So see you guys next time.